To the international front, global equities slipped slightly today but were still set for a weekly gain, while traders waited for US jobs data due later in the session to give clues as to the health of the world's largest economy. MSCI's World Equity Index, also with tracked shares in 47 countries, was up 0.2% and on track for a weekly gain of 0.7%, marking its third consecutive weekly gain. Stoxx 600 features were down 0.1%, and France's CAC 40 and Germany's DAX features were both flat, while London's FTSE features were also down as well, 0.2%. Meanwhile, in the currency market, US dollar index was up around 0.2%, and the euro was down at about 0.2% as well, at $1.02, while Australian dollar, also which is seen as a liquid proxy for risk appetite, recorded a downward trend. And in Indonesia, economic growth accelerated in the second quarter of this year amid an export boom driven by rising commodity prices. But monetary tightening, rising inflation, and a global recession risk threaten the outlook. According to the country's second quarter gross domestic product, the Southeastern Asian country also grew at about 5.44% from a year earlier, showing the fastest growth rate in a year, beating the median forecast of about 5.17% in the first quarter of this year. The GDP data also shows that exports expanded nearly 20% from a year before, a performance that Statistics Bureau called impressive when compared with the 16.22% annual growth seen in the previous quarter. However, household consumption, which accounts for more than half of the nation's GDP, recovered further after lifting of COVID-19 restrictions, with the Eid al-Fitr celebration in May providing a further boost, but with slow investment base. And wrapping up business news at this hour, oil prices on the international market rose slightly today, bouncing off their lowest level since February this year, as concerns over supply shortages were countered by expected declines in fuel demand. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude recorded a price uptick of 0.3% to sell at $88.81 per barrel. Brent crude now sells at about $94.51 per barrel, registering an upward price margin of 0.4%. Bonnie Light's performance continued with its downward streak, losing about 3.5% to sell at $118.10 per barrel. And for the OPEC basket, crude oil dealers offer $104.20 per barrel, with a price surge of 0.66%.